Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Yani Mother to all friends, and thank you for joining us. Inshallah, today we will continue to read the Farmans of the Imam Zaman, Shah Rahim al-Husayni, Hazar Imam. Shah Rahim al-Akram, 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 Shah Rahim al-Akram. Ya Maulay Mehraban, you are truly most merciful. You are most merciful. Ya Maulay Mehraban, keep your Nurani hand and Nurani nazar on us Garib, so we may follow you on your path, which is the Sirat al-Mustaqim, the one and the true path of Islam, of our tariqah. Ya Maulay Mehraban, we are grateful and thankful to you for your holy didar, your faramin, your duashish, your blessings, your khanavadan, and then providing us with a return faramin so we may read and reflect on them again and again as per your command and wish. Ya Maulay Mehraban, give us tawfiq, taheed, himmat wa yari, so we may understand and read what you have said and what is written, and read what is not there, but it is between the line and hidden messages in your Faramin, as your Farman holds lot of messages, some visible and some not so visible. Ya Maulay Mehraban, Madad Farma, Mawla. Please recite the holy salawat. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad. This is the Youth Mulaqat, Houston, Texas, on November 8th, 2025. My dearest spiritual children, on this very happy occasion, I give you my most affectionate, loving blessings. I give you special blessings for your spiritual enlightenment, for your physical and material well-being, for success in your studies, and for success in your work. I pray that any challenges you face, you will overcome, and that you have unity in your families and amongst you. I pray for your joy in your lives, and for fun in your lives, and for peace in your lives. Ameen. Kanavadan, Kanavadan, Kanavadan. Ameen. This is a very happy day for me. I'm always happy to see. I think everybody knows this, I'm always happy to see the young members of my Jamaat. You are the future of our Jamaat, and you are full of promise, and you are full of talent, and you are full of light. One of the volunteers this morning asked me, what does it feel like to be the Imam? And I said, when I see the young members of the Jamaat, it feels pretty good. So I feel pretty good seeing you. Here, I would like to highlight this part and go over this. Where Imam start talking about the young Jamaat and how happy he is to see the young Jamaat, and where he talking about that you are full of light. You are full of light. You are full of light. As I said earlier, there are words which are written and there are meanings, hidden messages which are not written, not said in the words, but you will find it in between the line in the meaning of the Farman. The light is the English term for nur, enlightenment, brightness, understanding. I truly believe our young generation not having the burden of our old culture and old way of living life have given them a pure heart. And inshallah, they would be much better murid, the followers of the Imam Zaman. They may not look like it. They may not practice the way you and I practice our faith. They may not show as we normally try to show we are good Ismailis. They would not need to show that, but with their innocent heart, with their pure heart, with their clear thinking, they inshallah would be much better Ismailis than us. That is our hope, that is our prayer, and inshallah Imam see that in our children. Look at this innocent question asked by a young volunteer to the Imam. Would we ever ask such a question? Ya Mullah, what does it feel like to be the Imam? That shows the pureness of the heart. And Imam says, when I see the young members of the Jamaat, it feels pretty good. Are you getting the message? When I see the young members of the Jamaat, it feels pretty good. I hope we are catching and we are getting the message. We need to be that pure-hearted as our children are, inshallah. So I feel pretty good seeing you. What is it about these young children that Mullah likes and happy to see? They are full of promise, they are full of talent, and they are full of light. It is fitting that it is you who are here for the first use of this room. It is fitting because the center is new, and at least compared to me, you are new as well. Imam is showing his age. But this center, I hope, will be great resource for you, for all Houstonians, but also for the Smileys from around the country and around the world. So I'm glad that this is our first use of the room in Smiley Center, new center in USA, the first center in the USA. When you enter this room in the future, let it remind you of the bond that we share between your Imam and the Jamaat. It is a permanent bond between me and each of you that we enter in love and in freedom. Again, this part needs to be highlighted. It is a permanent bond between me and each one of you that we enter in love and freedom. Remember, the bond between the Imam and Jamaat is of a free will, is of a freedom, and is of a love. It cannot be forced on the children or anyone in the Jamaat. You cannot force the love for the Imam or the bayah of the Imam on anyone. And we have talked about this in every single farman of the Imam Zaman of Houston for last 3 weeks. That this bond is the bond of love and freedom, and by the free will, one can come into this permanent bond with the Imam Zaman. You are all very dear to me, and I pray for all of you. You are always with me in my heart, in my prayers. Kanavadan, Kanavadan, Kanavadan. Amen. This is the time in your life when you are laying the foundations of your future. As you do so, I want you to think about what it means to be a person of faith, taking your place in the world. There are many competing demands on your time and attention. It is easy to overlook what gives meaning to the things that we do. Indeed, what gives meaning to life reflects upon how faith and life comes together, because they are not separate. It is not that when you are reciting your prayers, you are practicing your faith, and that at other times you are in the business of living life. Being in faith is reflected in your prayers and in the way that you live. Inform your conduct with the ethic of our faith, the ethic of kindness, of care, of compassion, of generosity, of sharing, of friendship, of unity, of gratitude, and of remembrance. Our values provide a roadmap for how to live, always keeping your faith active and present in all you do. So I will highlight this portion and I will go back up so we can come back, and this will be our concluding line for this paragraph, where Imam is talking about you are starting your life and your future is ahead of you. So start your life with faith. Start your life with a faith, a person of faith, thinking of your faith, and then enter and take your place in this world. And what are the criteria Imam put? You must be all of this, and that is to be ethical, kind, generous, sharing, gratitude, and with remembrance, with unity, etc. And then Imam concludes, give a final line to summarize this command, this paragraph of Farman to the youth. Is this just for our youth? What about our young parents entering into the new life for themselves and for their just born or very young children? Always keeping your faith active and present in all that you do. All that you do. Why is it important to including the young parents in it? Because they have a responsibility on their shoulder to bring their children into the faith. Don't teach them a physical religion, a Shariati religion. Teach them the meaning of the faith, the purpose of the faith, the purpose of this life. Teach them what is important. If you are only teaching them, and we should not forget the Faramin of the 48th and 49th Imam. 40th Imam says that if you teach your children the zahir, the physical of the tariqah, then the zahir and the physical will sit in their heart and they will be zahiri, physically Ismailis, in the name only. And what does Shah Karim says? Teach them the meaning of the dua. Teach them the batin of our faith. Learn, learn, learn. Learn from the history. Learn wherever the ilm of the batin of our tariqah is given. Don't limit yourself. Learn your faith with the batin, essence, understanding, meaning, the actual faith, not the Shariati, physical, zahiri faith. Otherwise, there are 1.2 billion Muslims that follows the zahiri faith. We do not need to add one more child to it. We need to teach them the batin, the meaning of our tariqah. And young parents have heavy burden on their shoulder. Inshallah, we will take this farman to the heart and give to our children and or our grandchildren, inshallah. My dear Jamaat, you are either still in school or college or university, or you may recently have finished a stage of your education. I congratulate you on your achievements. You are fortunate to have access to education. Value it. Make good use of it. Remember that your education never stops. Your Imam, generation after generation, have guided you to keep learning. Continue learning throughout your life. Learn from the books, learn in the classroom, learn from each other, learn by doing, learn by having fun, but keep learning and keep growing. So this is the part I would like to highlight and repeat. In our Western countries, in Americas, education is free and sometimes is taken for granted. We must remember and we must value what is been given to us. That education is very important, and some of the Jamaat is living in the countries where education is not given free. Matter of fact, sometimes even after paying money, the education has become a business of making money, not of giving ilm. So we need to be thankful and grateful for what we have. And when you are given opportunity to have the education, value it. Value it and keep learning. And Imam after Imam after Imam, from Mullah Ali to Shah Rahim, have emphasized on learning, a lifetime learning, not just when you are in school or not just from the book, but keep learning. May it be from the book or the classroom or from each other or by doing it practically. But have fun, enjoy learning, and learn and keep growing. And this, I believe, Imam is not just talking about worldly education, but the learning of your faith and the education which is important for our soul and our tomorrow, the permanent life, which is the life of the soul. If you only give your children the worldly education and do not focus, teach, or give them religious, faith-based education, then once they grow up, they will not know there is another side of this education, and they will eventually forget their religion. They will not value their faith, and they will not understand our tariqah, and parents would be responsible for it. Whatever you failed, apply yourself to being at the cutting edge. That means being curious and investing effort in your learning and growth. Strive to be the best, not relative to somebody else, but the best that you can be. And be open and generous with what you learn. Share your knowledge and insight with others. Another great point, be generous with what you learn and share with others. Because when you learn, you are learning for one. But when you share, now you are not only sharing, multiplying, but you are also learning further at the same time. Meaning you are multiplying your own learning by sharing and giving. Sharing ilm is just like sharing your wealth, your skills, your know-how. It multiplies when you give. When you stop giving, it stops coming. Share. Artificial intelligence is an invisible and fundamental revelation. Everyone, whatever your work, whatever your age, we all need to understand the implications of AI and how to make it work for us. Everything is running with or on AI. It is fundamentally affecting our lives. Understanding how it may impact your future positively or negatively, or both, will help you make wise decisions. I'm going to go a step outside the boundary of the Farman here. For last 5 years at least, again and again, we have drawn attention to this wherever we had opportunity to speak about the social media, the WhatsApp groups, and other channels, especially our elders and those who do not understand these sources. These resources are great to stay in communication. But remember, you have a responsibility to make sure whatever you are sharing positive things, correct thing, right thing, and not just because you receive from someone, you forward to others. I'll give you a couple of examples. This is not for the purpose of criticizing, but to follow on the Farman of the Imam. That this can affect us and our future of the Jamaat, of your families, of your friends, and you especially personally, positively or negatively. We received a lecture from someone in this group where we normally have shared our class announcement or share the classes and recording of the Faramin and Ginans and other religious items from someone, and she was sharing a view of a Sunni asking Ismailis not to believe in Imam. When approached, you know what she said? I don't know. I just forwarded what I received. No, you have a responsibility. If you receive garbage, don't share garbage with others. You have a responsibility every time you click and forward and share. Make sure you understand what you are sharing. Now you are responsible for everyone who will listen to what you are sharing. Do not share. Let me give you another example. If you receive a garbage by mistake in your home, would you share that with your family or take it in Nandi? You would not. Why would you share with your family, your Jamaat, the garbage that you received intentionally or by mistake? Be careful of that. It can impact you, it can impact your family, it can impact your Jamaat. Be careful, be careful. Artificial intelligence is an invisible and fundamental revelation. Everyone, whatever your work, whatever your age, we all need to understand the implication of AI, how to make it work for us. Everything is running with or on AI. It is fundamentally mentally affecting our lives. Understanding how it may impact your future. This is the part I took to explain what I just explained. It can affect you positively or negatively or both. Will help you make wise decisions. So please pay attention to this line of Farman whenever you are in social media and sharing things in the group. In some areas, AI will be more productive than humans. As you plan your future, stay at the human end of the economy. Think about space where being human is indispensable and people cannot easily be replaced. The more human we are, the less a risk AI is to our jobs. As a community, we are uniquely placed to thrive in a world where humans are required and we can avoid becoming obsolete. Our Jamaat is outstandingly human. Our Jamaat is outstandingly human. Our values are outstandingly human. Our values are outstandingly human. I hope you are catching these words of the Imam. Stay on the human side of the technology. Stay on the human side of the artificial intelligence or anything that works with the computer and your devices. Stay on the human side of it. Do not force that one day it would force you out of it. Because when you do that, we will become obsolete and we can make other obsolete. Stay on the human side of it. And Imam trusts us that humans are outstandingly human. Jamaat is outstandingly human. And the values are outstandingly human. That is our value. A human value, not AI value. Remember that. Remember and use human to continue. Connection is vital for us as human. You are part of the Jamaat of brothers and sisters who look after each other. The person sitting next to you is part of your family. There are times when you may feel disconnected, but you are not disconnected. Allow people to reach you, connect with you, and care for you. Be a friend when your brothers and sisters need you. I want you to stay connected with each other. Build a structure of support for those who are successfully I'm not sure what this word is, or vulnerable. Okay, this word is vulnerable to the isolation. Mafi, my apology. Now, in this part, that we are all, as Jamaat, brother and sister, and connecting with our brother and sister and others is very important because otherwise we will get disconnected and next thing you know, isolation will take place. And Imam does not want that because we all as human need support of each other. Helping each other must be part of our life because today we are in position to help other. Tomorrow we may need their help. Inshallah, otherwise we will become vulnerable and isolated. So we need to be careful when we are connecting with each other. Think of that and stay connected and support each other. Wherever you can help, help. Help whenever someone asks you to help. Important that you reflect as an individual on what gives meaning and purpose to your life, on what responsibility you have to yourself, to others, to the society, and to the environment. Being alone is not same as isolated. A lot of people choose to live alone, but they don't have to be isolated, because isolation creates depression. Stay connected with the people. You can be living alone, but as long as you stay connected, then you will not be isolated and you will not be lonely, as you are connected with the other. Inshallah. And as you progress in your careers, remember that while material success is good, it is also important to understand its purpose. Making money simply for the sake of having more money is not in keeping with the values and ethics of our faith. Yes, earn well, and then make your wealth work for you, for good, your intellectual wealth as well as your financial wealth. Put it to work. Put it to work for the benefit of others. Use your resources to make the world a better place. This will give meaning and purpose to your life. And it will bring you happiness. Happiness that comes from the light in your heart. Again, Imam is repeating that making money is not a bad thing, but sake of making money and having money is not keeping up with the values of our ethics of our faith. Having money that works for good and for others. Your resources to make this world a better place. You know, in one of the Farman we read last week, Imam says, you cannot be a needy when you are trying to help a needy person. You have to be well off. You cannot yourself be a needy if you are going to help other needy people. You have to be in a good place so you can help others. Make money, make good money, have a lot of money so you can help others. If you have opportunity, you have a skill, and you have the skill, body power, will to make money, make as much as possible, so you may make your future better and help your family and your Jamaat and others in the community around you. Making money is for the sake of doing good. You are building foundations now that will serve for your lifetime. Get in the habit of doing things that will strengthen and train your mind and body. Sometimes this means taking on difficult tasks that will stretch you intellectually or physically. Do not avoid these challenges. Embrace them, and they will help you to develop resilience and the commitment to succeed. In other words, do hard things, avoiding things which will harm you or others or the reputation of the Jamaat. Here, I like to highlight few things. Just because it's hard, don't give up. Just because it's hard, don't quit. If it's intellectually or physically hard, push yourself to do good. Push yourself to do better. Push yourself to do more. As long as you have strength in your body, in your soul, in your intellectual, in your mind. Work, 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 work. As long as you are working, your body, your soul, your mind will stay young and healthy. As soon as you quit and start taking the easy path, you will become lazy, your body will become lazy, your soul will become lazy, your mind will become lazy, and intellectually and physically, you will not be able to do things which you were able to do before. So don't think that I cannot do this. Think I can do anything and everything that others can do, I can do. Challenge yourself. And if you do that, and we have seen this in Western countries especially, compare to our old places where we live in third world country, where our parents retired when they were 55-year-old. Now in the Western country, you see people working at 75, 85. And few years back, I saw a woman, a lady, did her PhD doctorate for the 20th time. She took the exam at the age of 87 and became a doctor. 87. She did not give up. She did not say, I'm old. I have tried it and I have tried it and I cannot do it. Take example. Take example. Look at Imam, running marathon at 53. Running marathon. Where our parents retired when they were 55. Look at Shah Karim. He was king when he was in 50s. Do not give up on yourself. Otherwise, your body will become lazy. Scrolling on your phone does not make you physically or mentally stronger. Step away from your phones and make human contact. Meet each other. Play sports together. Have fun together. Physical activity will keep you fit and strong, and it will empower you and help you to be optimistic about life. Nourish your mind with books and nourish your body with wholesome food. From the habit of eating properly and avoid food that is convenient but could lead to ill health in the long term. Establish good habits today, and they will sustain and support you as you get older. I believe we have discussed regarding this many times in previous format. So I will move on. If you do have a question afterward, we can talk about it. You may wonder why I go on and on about sports and nutrition. And the reason is that our community is known for helping others. And in order to help others, we have to be strong and fit and able to help them. So we have to be taking care of ourselves if we want to take care of the other people. It is not selfish to take care of oneself and to take the time to go to the gym, go for a run, read a book. This is actually an act of generosity because it will allow you to help others better. In order to serve well, we need to be strong. If you are strong and capable, you can do more for the others. So consider your good mental and good physical health and give them your time and attention. Get in habit of doing things which will improve your life. This will be good for you, for your families, for your Jamaat, and for the wider society. Health improve yourself physically, spiritually, and intellectually. If you are not strong, how are you going to help others? Again, if you are needy, how are you going to help others who need you? So sometimes the charity begins at home. Take care of yourself, be strong, so you can help others when they need you. Be strong. And inshallah, we will be able to help others. We are at the end of this Farman. My dear Jamaat, as you continue to establish who you are and who you want to become, reflect upon our values, seek to develop a rigorous understanding of our tariqah and history. Our religious education and the materials can help you to learn about our tariqah, about your own history and community. You will come to understand that our values are universal values for all time. They are the anchor of our past and the foundation of our future. And you are the future. So remain true to our ethics and value. Very important message from the Imam Zaman. As we establish ourselves, we need to reflect on our value and understanding of our tariqah and our history. History of two kinds, of our tariqah, our Imam, our culture, our parents, our families, our background. So we don't forget where we have come from. Learn from your parents, ask them questions. And if you are grandparents, tell these stories to your grandchildren. If you are young parents, tell them about the days when you were not so fortunate and wherever you are today, tell them how you got there. So they don't think everything comes for free without hard work. You must share your experiences with your children. As you take the time to go on your personal journey of discovery, to connect with the essence of who you really are, to connect with your soul, remember that the only thing that is eternal is your soul. I give blessing for the strength of your faith, for your spiritual enlightenment, for success in your material life, for peace, for mushkil asan. I pray that you remain firm on Sirat al-Mustaqim and that you have light in your hearts. Kanavadan, Kanavadan, Kanavadan. This is the third time Imam have repeated the light in your hearts in this Farman. Please focus on that what is Imam is telling us and want us to receive from the Imam, and that is his nur in our heart. So with that, I will stop here